Pop quiz for you. Why they call this Jerome Avenue? What's good? It's your favorite Bronx site, Nova Church, and we out here on Jerome and Ogden. I hope that signs in the way. Let me show you. Yeah, there you go. You see it. Now we about to run it from point to point, 5.6 miles, Jerome Ave. If you see a block, shout it out. Let's go. So who is Jerome? And why they named Jerome Ave after him? But before we get to that, hold on, let me show you. We got Yankee Stadium, right? Show you this block. You see this hill? The reason there's a hill here is because there's a train station underneath these buildings. I want to show you a train station that used to go across where Yankee Stadium is at now. Used to be a train station. This was the entrance right here. This is the Anderson Jerome Avenue station, built in 1918. Despite the main line's closure in 1940, it remained open as a shuttle to the Polo Grounds. That's where the ticket booth was at, Yankee Stadium, once again. Now, you know what? We're gonna find this entrance real quick, and then we're gonna discover who this Jerome Avenue person is. The Anderson Jerome Avenue was an elevated and partially underground station on the Bronx extension of the IRT 9th Avenue line in High Bridge. The reinforced concrete station structure extended from the end of a tunnel from the Sedgwick Avenue station over Jerome Avenue. The tunnel emerges from the basement of apartment buildings on Anderson Avenue. A portion of the island platform is the tunnel. The station had entrances at each end of the structure on each side of Jerome Avenue and Anderson Avenue. Oh shit. All right, we here. So this is an old train. The next stop would be Sedgwick Avenue train station. That's no longer there. But if you look here, you can see this where the train used to be. They sealed up. There was 2 tunnels here. They sealed them up. People come here to do graffiti. But if you look, you got Yankee Stadium right there. But the train used to go straight across and connect to what we know as the 4 train now. It would just connect with the 4 train line. Sealed it up pretty good. Yeah. There's a door here. Sealed up pretty good. Just want to show. We out of here. We gotta finish this run. We got 5 miles left. See these gates? I'm gonna show you these gates in a photo. These gates are from the same time period. The entrance down into the subway. I guess it still got power down there, which is kind of crazy. Look like a crib, but let me get out of here. So this building here is like one of the first buildings in the Bronx with Art Deco designs. The Park Plaza Apartments were one of the first and most prominent Art Deco apartment buildings erected in the Bronx. You got some of this in there. Look at that. So this is called Jerome's Slot, this park. And as a lot of people know, the Bronx has a lot of step streets, but this is step streets in dedication to the guy we are about to discuss. So before this was Jerome Avenue, it was called Central Avenue. At this time, it was a plank road because it was connected from 5th Avenue in Manhattan, which you know separates the east from the west side. So when it came into the Bronx, they called it Central Avenue because it came over Central Bridge, which is McComb's Dam Bridge, as we know it now. Pop quiz for you. Why they call this Jerome Avenue? His name was Leonard Jerome. And Leonard, well, let me tell you, he was doing big things. Your man's was like part owner of the New York Times at one point. Jerome also owned something called Jerome Park Racetrack. And it was an American thoroughbred horse racing facility from 1866 until 1894. Leonard Jerome, who was a financier, owned it alongside August Belmont. That ring a bell to you? Yeah. Belmont Racetracks. All the people used to travel this way to get to the track with horse and carriage. This area is full of nothing but auto body shops, but a nice chunk of it just got rezoned. So let me tell you about the craziest part about how this road actually became Jerome Avenue. Now, most times, the city will, I guess, vote on it. People from the community will come talking. Yo, they was about to give it to some politician, and by that time, Leonard Jerome had passed away. So his widow basically went out and had a whole bunch of very well-made signs put up all on Jerome Avenue, to the point where when they saw it, they basically was like, oh, it is what it is. My man's owned the whole track and all that. These guys are stupid. So I got the light still. We coming up on my neighborhood right now though. Yeah. Actually, we passed a few things while I was talking, but trying to get it all out to you. Like a couple movie scenes, like the Joker. We passed that over there, about 170. Oh yo, this is my daycare center up on this hill up here. Look. That's Davidson Daycare Center. I was in the green room, son. Year.
In the bird.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. My bad. Hopefully I bring you some luck. I think I spread some luck. I just ran through a dice game. If you know, you know. Back in the day, right there, the cash checking spot, it used to be called Timothy's Donut Shop. And then they changed it to like a more of a deli. And this was the after hour special spot. This spot, yeah, girls was working up in there. Give you a little dancey dance, you know what I'm saying? You know, you know. Yeah. But this was this is still probably a shady area, even though they got the produce out here. They used to have other things out here for sale. Let's get this money. Yo, these buildings a couple years ago, they burnt down. Sad. It was businesses, they was here for a long time. They just burnt, it was a big fire. Right on the corner here, there used to be a Kennedy's. And Burnside, B-side, you already know. So now we're climbing. On 83rd and Jerome, let's go. What's the name of this school? Somebody put it in the comments. We about to hit Fordham. About to pass this Army Navy spot. It's classic. Should be in fact. I see all my fatigues there. Yep. This right here? Yeah, St. James Episcopal Church. Historical landmark.
This church was founded in 1853, becoming the first Episcopal parish in Fordham. It is a native stone building with brownstone trim in a Gothic revival style. It was completed at a cost of $25,000.
St. James Park. Beautiful park over here, right off Fordham. Right behind the old Mongol spot. If you know, you know. Once again, if you see a building in the background, drop a comment. If I pass your block, let me know. We outside today. Let's go.
The Kingsbridge Armory, also known as the 8th Regiment Armory, is a decommissioned armory at Jerome Ave and West Kingsbridge Road. It was built in 1910. It is possibly the largest armory in the world. In addition to its military function, it's been used over the years for exhibitions, boxing matches, and a film set. In 2025, a plan was approved. The plans call for community space, sports facilities, event space, and commercial space, and 450 housing units.
It's like a castle, right? Look at that thing. Lehman College. I spent a lot of time here. My mom went here. She got her master's in teaching, but she got her, I think, her bachelor's here. Nice to be in the tunnels. They got tunnels in the school, leading from one building to the next. And I used to hang out in the library. The bookstore had like Street Fighter 2 in it, so I used to hang out in there. And then I used to go get lost in the tunnels, which for a kid sounds like a dream. You know what I'm saying? You go, brother. You go. I'll take a little mystified. All right, we on Jerome Ave and Morris Ave, where the Aves meet. We on 199th Street and Jerome Avenue. Let's go. Bradford, this train station. I'm definitely not supposed to be in here, but you know,
The Bronx was the epicenter of graffiti rise in the 70s and 80s. The subway trains became galleries for artists expressing themselves in the city facing economic crisis and urban decay.
I'm gonna show you two things. First, this building here.
A high pumping station is a specialized type of pumping station designed to move water or other fluids to a high elevation.
And behind here, the legendary Tracy Towers.
And on the other side of the buildings are Jerome Reservoir, formerly known as Jerome Park Racetrack.
The Shula Parkway station. Look at the station. Look at that. It looks crazy, right? Like it looks like, you know, it looks weird and cool at the same time.
As I finish up my run, I want to remind everyone, if you enjoyed my content, leave me a comment and also let me know what street I should do next.
All right, we made it. We at Woodlawn Cemetery.
Woodlawn Cemetery is a National Historic Landmark established in 1863. Notable individuals that are buried there: Rosa Parks, Duke Ellington, Celia Cruz, and the list goes on and on. Till next time, it's your favorite Bronxite.